Alright guys, here it is. A quick down dirty way to use simulations. Not only that, but you can do your stat weights, which show you what gear to prioritize because of the secondary stats. And you can do Droptimizer, which will tell you where to look for upgrades for your gear. Unfortunately, this doesn't work too well with tanks and doesn't work well for healers at all. So, first thing you want to do is download Simulation Craft. I will post this link in the description of the video. Once you download this and install it to World of Warcraft, we'll go. It's awesome, thanks Sawtooth. Go back into game, and you have the option of using the minimap icon, clicking it and bring it up, or you can type /simc. And once you see this window, hit Control C, which is the same as copy. You can click OK or leave it up. Then go to your browser, and you can go to Raidbots. From here, if you were to click on Top Gear, which I already opened here, it should look like this, empty, if you've never used it. So you click here, then you're going to hit Control V, and it's going to paste the string, which came from in-game, and it's going to populate a list with icons of all the gear you have equipped and what's in your bag. As you can see, each individual piece of gear for Azerite has the individual Azerite traits on it. So if you got a piece to say, hey, I don't really know what to do with this piece, so is this piece better than this one? Or is this trait better? So we'll say, click this one. You can click things you want to compare. So we'll go down the list here, we'll compare these shoulders. You can do them all or little. As you click each individual one, you'll see the number of iterations here go up. This is the epic level, or the highest level possible, so it gives us 16 million combinations and no wait time. Alright, so the little icons you can see here are corruption. And at the top here you saw you can copy and purify corrupted items. So this gives you the ability to click on multiple corrupted items, and it will tell you if you were to remove the corruption from that item, if it would still be an upgrade in comparison to the corruption. So, another good thing here is you see the different options of enchants. For main hand, offhand, and your rings and your gems. And if you were to go through and add all of them, you'll start seeing the numbers go up. Or not if you don't have gem sockets. So we're going to go to none just to get rid of those iterations. And same with your Azerite essences, sorry. You start to see how fast it goes up. 9 million, 28 million just by clicking that. So when you're done here, you're going to go ahead and click Find Top Gear. And we'll wait a second. So it's going to go through the 3 different stages. The circle will fill at each one of the stages, and the higher number of iterations you have selected, the longer it's going to take. So while that's doing that, we'll go and go to another section while that one's running. We'll go to Droptimizer. Go here, and you can load from Armory, which either here or there, or more accurate if you paste the same SimC, Control V, and from here you can do your Azerite vendor. Here's one choice. Most of us are probably doing 460 item level stuff by now. So click this, and you can run Droptimizer. While that's doing that, we will do another set of Droptimizer, because a lot of us run keys. So we'll go Mythic Plus, we'll do all dungeons, and we'll say we're doing 10s for the week. And we'll leave it with no socket, no corruption, pretty basic. Run Droptimizer. Cool, that one's running. You probably heard some of us talk about stat weights. Here it is again. Same thing, you can load from Armory, or you can paste it from your add-on. Same thing, generate stat weights, and we can wait. We'll go back to Droptimizer for a second. If you go to Ny'alotha, or the current raid, whatever it may be, here you can see the difficulty level. So if you think you want to say there's an upgrade for Raid Finder, we'll click that, click Run Droptimizer. Let it run, or Heroic, which is what we'll be doing tonight. Go ahead and run Droptimizer. And we'll go back and check on our first sim. As you see, it's done. So this is telling me if I switched to the different pauldrons with different traits, it approximately gives me 1297 DPS increase. So if you go back into game, pauldrons look great. So back and forth. Eyes, eyes. Personal preference on this one. Alright, so there we go, it's updated. We'll go tab back in, see if our next simulation is done. This is the Droptimizer for the Azurite. At 460, you see that these are the two pieces that could contain upgrades, and the helm is a potential upgrade of only 36 DPS. The chest piece of expected value of 37 DPS. It shows you which traits and why. So we'll go back over. This is for the Mythic plus 10, as you can see right here, and shows the top dungeon for me to run. It would be Temple because of the number and percentage of upgrades. Trinket and hands. So run Mechagon Workshop and Freehold 10 really wouldn't be advantageous for me unless something has corruption on it. Here's an overall DPS gain. So now we'll go back up. This is the stat weights. As you see here, weapon DPS for every weapon DPS 12.99. So every point of verse I get increases my DPS by 5.83. So prioritization of verse and crit here are substantially better than mastery. So what I do is I copy here. That's copied. We'll go back into game. Bring up your character screen on. I'll talk about that later. Scale, manual, import, and you paste it here. Control V. Click OK. Awesome. So what we're going to do is you see I've got old ones here too. So complete. Just so it doesn't get confused. Alright. Go back in here, check the sim here too. As you see, Ny'alotha Heroic, where are the upgrades? As you see, Carapace, God knows I'm not saying that right, Raden. So when we fight these bosses, if this loot doesn't drop, these are probably the ones you're going to want to concentrate your bonus rolls on. And that pretty much does it. There's other things you could do, I suppose I'll go talk about. If you're doing a gear compare of something you're not sure that you have or not. Oops. So if you want to compare it to something you don't have or something you think you might want to, you can simply type in the item's name in here and it'll populate. And add item every time you want to add something different. If you want to add more than one thing. When you're done, click compare, and that's going to add those two items. So I think that about does it. If you got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me and let me know.